ghosts caught on camera.
My mom said don't watch these, but I'm staying up late and watching them anyway.
On YouTube over 8 years ago and were uploaded by YouTube user Marvin Kagawas.
Thanks for sub spooky.
Alvin.
Man, I can't see shit. Thank you. Now where's your old ass grandma? And why is she playing with children's toys?
It ain't funny anymore, man.
Wait, was that the... When you stub your toe and it hurts you, the Ed and Eddie one? Friends song?
It ain't funny, man.
Oh, it's so cute.
Alvin.
Thanks for your sub Phil, Darth, Madison, the gift sub, Tempest, and Prime B. Oh, there's gonna be something in the mirror. Oh my god. Grandma's trapped in the mirror. That clumsy old slut. Oh my god! She slapped the light.
A toy that belongs to Marvin's niece activates and plays songs by itself. When he gets back to the living room, a lamp hanging from the ceiling is swinging back and forth. Marvin is just done, and he runs back upstairs to his bedroom. In another video, Marvin is playing around with the settings on his Xbox One Connect.
Well, that's where you fucked up. That actually might be haunted.
Feature and tries
Xbox
it out.
One.
What he captures
Jesus Christ.
is downright chilling.
Hey you guys, I just wanted to show you guys a pretty quick feature of the Xbox One and its Connect. It actually has a pretty cool night vision that I just found today. If you guys are
the only people playing Xbox One are probably ghosts.
Show the people who don't know. So right now it's completely dark in this house right now. All you can basically see is my Xbox One controller.
Thank you, Sully.
I'm gonna switch on the night vision for you guys. As you can see, it's just it lights up the
whole. Who the fuck is over there?
Oh
my god, it's a Demogorgon.
But you also have this version of the camera. I don't know what it is. I think it's either infrared or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's infrared.
And, back to dark.
Does it come with an EMF reader?
Is my Xbox controller.
Connect EMF.
And then back to night vision. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Someone or something can be seen standing in the back room, but Marvin
is that my dad?
He turns off.
What the fuck is your dad doing over there?
Back on. The figure is gone.
Man's trying to make a YouTube
Marvin
video.
Says he has no idea who or what this could be. But interestingly, before Marvin's grandmother passed away, this room in the back was her sewing room. Marvin says his family moved shortly after this incident.
The room in the back was... This isn't the room in the back. That's like literally the family room. So is the whole downstairs her sewing room? And why don't you have like a whole room dedicated to sewing? What is it, like a fucking 15-room house?
This next video shows a family spending a fun day at the park somewhere in Japan. A young boy dips his feet in the water of the wading pool and trudges along the edge. But there's something else in the water.
Oh, the Loch Ness Monster. I already know it. He's gonna come out of that tunnel. That bastard. Awesome. What is a baby alien? What's down there?
Did you see it?
No.
A tiny little pale hand can be seen reaching out of the water, startling the little boy as he quickly gets out of the wading pool. Now, some superstitious viewers of the video believe that the hand belongs to a Japanese amphibious water sprite known in folklore to be a kappa.
Oh, a kappa?
Friendly. Throughout history, the little water monsters have been said to lure and drown victims.
That might actually have been a kappa.
Rivers. So could this little hand belong to a kappa?
Kappa.
Or could this be something else entirely? I leave it up to you to decide.
Thanks to the reset,
Twitch streamer Young is a South Korean college student living in Vancouver, Canada.
Thank you, man. Good to see you.
He streams his daily life and frequently broadcasts his walks throughout the city. Late one night, Young is live on Twitch when he encounters something that sends chills down his spine.
Is it a bath salt attic? Someone blowing an Aztec death whistle? What is that? Oh, actually I know exactly. That's a fox, right? Didn't we get to the bottom of this a while ago? Because we hear that sometimes, or we've seen that sometimes in these compilations. Those are foxes, right? Fox make those like absolutely abhorrent, awful screeching noises. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, cool. Also, Aztec death whistle. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but those things are nuts. They make a brutal sound. If I remember correctly, they used to be made out of the skulls of their enemies or something. Here, where can I find just like a
instrument we call the dead whistle. The dead whistle the Aztec used for special ceremonies, for Day of the Dead celebration, and also they use when they have a war.
Make the enemies shit themselves to death.
With other tribes. They play over 100 instruments, 100 dead whistles.
Next to the bitch paleo, maybe some viper, the prime rack.
And make a lot of noise to cause a big psychological effects to the enemy.
Isn't that shit fucking awesome? It sounds like the angry German kid. That's pretty much what every League player sounds like when they're playing ranked. It's a really cool instrument. I mean, you can't really even fucking call it an instrument, honestly. It's such a weird thing. It's just a scream machine. Like an ancient scream instrument. So fucking cool. Aztec didn't have horses? Well, bah humbug to you too then, big guy. In my fanfic they do. And I'm not knowledgeable enough on history to know if you're right or wrong. All I know is that the death whistle make a cool sound and it makes me happy.
Guys, this is scary shit.
Yeah, so that's definitely a fox though. Fox make that gross noise too.
Why is that nobody's following me? Walk faster.
Thanks, resub Tom.
Young and his live audience are undecided on who or what this could be. Some think
I mean, he
it
said
might just
animal.
be animals. Some believe it's drunks whooping it up in the forest.
What?
And some even think it could be a cult or witches. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Reddit user Danat Shepard related a very strange story.
Reddit.
He said that he woke up
Now
one
I know
night
I
to
can
a
trust
strange
it.
light shining somewhere in his bedroom. When he scanned the room for the light source, he got quite a fright. It was the one in the reflection in his bedroom
Oh,
mirror.
fuck.
He grabbed his iPhone and caught the strange
The upside
event
down.
on camera. Now, skeptical viewers claim that it was simply an identical desk in a connecting room, separated by a doorway. But Danat proved them wrong by posting 2 wide-angle pictures of his bedroom.
Oh my
showing
God.
that the lighted
Then it
desk
is
light was
real.
actually appearing in a large wardrobe mirror. There is no connecting room. And they found what looks like a bizarre face in the reflection of the desk when the video is enhanced.
Oh, fuck. It's the desk lamp ghost.
But Danat says that he saw nothing else out of the ordinary that night. Danat rechecked the mysterious mirror for several nights afterward, but the strange light never reappeared.
I mean, this is a very easy video to fake, but if you want a practical effects definition, oh, actually, he might get to it.
Bears noting that Danat Shepard is in no way a typical hoaxer or even a believer in the paranormal. In over 5 years and hundreds of Reddit posts, this is Danat Shepard's only post about anything remotely supernatural or paranormal.
Yeah, but everyone likes
So,
attention
what do you
sometimes.
think? Did Danat experience an unexplained event, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I wish you would stop saying elaborate for things like this. It's a very easy thing to fake. You could edit it, obviously, but if you want an even easier, like, practical solution, he can just turn the light on when he turns the camera towards the mirror. He takes a long time going from lamp to mirror. So as he's turning the phone, he can just flick the lamp on. Like, it's super easy. There's so many easy ways of faking this. It's not super elaborate.
Doppelganger. Now, some believe this apparition to be a doppelganger, a demonic entity taking the similar form of a child. But what do you think this could be?
Probably, I think it's a
And
doppelganger.
why did the TikTok account suddenly disappear? Waking up to a nightmare. The clip is chilling, but unfortunately, the source is unknown. It shows a man sleeping in bed, and then things get weird.
Whoa! He's being abducted! It's a close encounter with a third kind! Wow, he's handling this really well. He immediately meditates.
The man is lifted off the bed and awakes in a terrified panic. Whatever is holding on to him then just lets go.
That was
The
nice.
man crawls to the edge of the bed and appears to be in shock. Now, I don't know who this guy is or whether the footage is real or fake.
I think it's real.
But it has terrified hundreds of viewers who found it online. So, what do you think? Is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Very elaborate,
decide.
actually. Perhaps.
Hospital of
And I have
Horror.
decided it's real.
Paranormal investigators Kevin, Fabio, and cameraman Alexis from the
Thank you
YouTube
for 5
channel
gift subs,
Archivo
Madness.
Extinto head out to explore
Thank
an
you for that, man.
abandoned maternity hospital in Mexico. It is also said that a dark demonic presence stalks the building.
Why, though?
Some even claim to have seen the gloomy apparition of an old nurse roaming the hospital halls.
But why
The
would she?
Archivo Extinto team splits up to explore different paranormal hotspots throughout the maternity hospital. As Kevin explores the hospital's chapel all alone, he experiences something downright chilling.
Don't touch my vest. That's my coat. She haunts for the views. True, but she'd get so many more views if she did a little bit more. Like, all the hauntings are super lame. She could do something really cool. If she just cared about viral videos. See, that's fucking lame. Like, why wouldn't she do something cool? Like, she could, like, run at him holding the robe.
Kevin hears knocking coming from somewhere in the hallway. He goes to check it out, but when he turns back toward the chapel, he realizes that the robe that was hanging from one of the chapel pews has now moved and is on the floor right behind him, almost as if something was following him. Meanwhile, back over in the operating ward, investigator Fabio is all alone.
No.
He begins to hear terrifying noises coming from the operating rooms. The
Well, he's not all
sounds seem to
alone.
be
Someone
getting
was just filming
closer
that.
and closer.
Exit Tier 1 Nuttington. The ghost filmed it. Imagine that twist. Guys, there's something I didn't tell you. I didn't come here with a cameraman. Then the ghost just turns it on themselves. It'd be fucking nuts. What are they doing? Dragging a box across the floor? What is this noise? No one walks like that. Thanks, the prime car. No! They're coming! Yeah, I don't know,
Fabio is
Paleo.
horrified as the loud, angry bang scares the living out of him. Now we go back to the chapel again, where investigator Kevin decides it might be a good idea to say a prayer in the hopes that nothing evil will follow the team home from the hospital.
I mean, you could just leave if you're a pussy. Thanks, Resub Hawk. Don't pray, you're gonna make the ghosts mad. Praying just attracts them to you? Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. Ghost orbs. Ghost orbs. Oh, fuck. Why is it moaning so much? Dude really loves religion. Man, now you just wasted God's time with that prayer. He knows this is fake. You know this is fake. You've just taken some of God's time away from someone that gave a real prayer to him. Are you happy now? Asshole.
Kevin's walkie-talkie begins to freak out, emitting random static and sound. Then, as Kevin prays, something or
There's a
shape
tier 1
can be
half
seen
pin
forming
and the
right
tier 1
next to him.
beatboxing blueberry.
The creepy apparition appears to be leaning over
Prime
Kevin,
vibe.
but then it moves away and seems to slowly disappear right into the floor. The team decides to end their investigation right there and head home.
But the facility was locked.
Investigators capture proof of ghosts
In
in
fact,
the old
the facility
hospital.
never existed.
Could it be something even worse? As always, I leave it all up to you to decide. Exploration gone wrong. TikTok and YouTube user Eon Jin from Colorado sets out to explore an abandoned nursing home, completely alone. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
Audio removed due to what was he doing? Blasting DMCA music throughout the facility here? Oh god. That's actually what he's doing.
Someone or something appears to be lurking in the darkness of the
dude just playing like Doja
home,
Cat and the guy couldn't
Eon
help but
Jin
come out to
makes
dance.
a run for it. And surprise, again, it did not go well.
I'm trying to.
Well, play your music again.
Right there. See it? Remember? What the?
Well, talk to him.
It's actually a person.
You sure?
Yes.
Hey.
I can heal him down now. Like,
I can't hear anything, dude.
you're an idiot.
You have to try
No, I'm
really
not.
hard to make video footage
Yeah,
look this
100%.
bad
The
in this
box
day and
match
age.
It's a real person.
Not in the dark. Cell phone cameras look like shit in dark
Yeah, there's
places.
nothing
Not this bad.
there. Alright.
I know I saw something, and I know I'm not crazy.
Fuck! It's coming!
Just like last time, a dark figure comes out of the shadows and then disappears back into the darkness.
I didn't see
Eon
that, but I
Jin's
heard
friend
it.
does not seem to take him seriously at all. If this is just some creep hiding out in an abandoned building, well, to me, that seems pretty scary too. But what do you think about these videos?
Why is that scary? They
Man or
went into his
ghost?
home.
Real or fake? I leave
They're
it
the
up to
scary
you
ones.
to decide. Scary.
He's just
friend.
living next to some used
Joe
needles in
Hernandez
a
from
busted
Goleta,
ass
California, is home
hospital.
alone with his 4-year-old
They came
son,
into there.
Nico, when his son begins to see something that he calls a quote scary friend.
Scary friend. Scary friend.
Little Nico claims he sees a quote scary friend, and soon
Maybe
after
they
the
get some
hallway light
Shinji?
turns on by itself. Joe goes to check it out but finds nothing and no one that could explain what just happened.
Thanks for 5 gift subs,
Meanwhile,
Wonky. Thank
back
you,
in the
man.
bedroom, the closet door slams shut on its own. Could it be that Joe's son saw a paranormal entity? A quote, scary friend? I leave it up to you to decide.
Why is there a camera in their room?
The
I don't know, but
suspicious
almost all of
screamer.
these videos have cameras in their
Seemingly normal
bedroom,
night
which
in
is
Phoenix,
weird.
Arizona turns into a horror show for TikTok user Oscar, who is outside hanging out with his cousin when he hears something truly bizarre.
Because it's fake. Yeah. Instead of going to help, they just go inside. I mean, this one could be real. That could just be someone in trouble.
A woman screams out for help as she seemingly walks calmly down the street in front of Oscar's home.
Oh, I didn't even see her.
Oscar and his cousin think the situation is a bit sketchy and quickly go inside.
What if
Oscar
they could have
says
just
that he
saved her
only
life?
moved into the neighborhood 4 months earlier and ran inside to keep his 14-year-old cousin safe.
Like, just at least call the
Later,
police
a
to help her.
strange SUV drives slowly down the road in front of Oscar's house.
Oh, they did go back. Okay. Could be sketchy, could be used for robbery. Yeah, I'm not saying they have to, like, go there physically and, like, check on her. You could just call the police and be like, hey, there's a lady here, it looks like she probably needs help. Like, that could have also been someone that just escaped from, like, a captive. Someone that'd been kidnapped.
Oscar believes the woman might
That
have
shit
been a
does
decoy
happen
to lure
very
someone out
rarely,
onto
but
the street to
still
get
does happen
robbed.
sometimes. We saw that
Or
TikTok
maybe
video
even
where that
worse.
happened. And it was
He
real.
called the
It's a real
police,
story.
but he never heard back.
There's use of Old Buddy and Funfetti.
Another bonus scary video.
I have a
this week,
crackhead
and
lady
again,
who
it's
does this
another
just
Japanese
outside my
video
apartment
of
weekly.
unknown-
Yeah, I mean, it could very easily be drugs, but like I said, when we were watching that, like, TikTok videos that actually had a real story behind them, there was that lady who had actually escaped from a kidnapping situation, and she was, like, beat the fuck up, screaming for help and delusional on the side of the sidewalk. And it was real. Like, she needed help. And she had her life saved. Like, it's not something that's common, but I mean, they could have at least, like, called the police to get someone out there, and I think they probably did. And they even showed, like, that comment saying, did you at least call the police? And then they came back, so I'm sure they did. Just saying. Not saying they needed to run out there and, like, pick her up like a firefighter rescuing someone from a building. We just do the bare minimum.
Origin. Now, this didn't make
Thanks,
the
bitch,
top 10
Paleo.
because, again, it's just a little too perfect. So it could be a short film or maybe an ARG. Either way, I thought it was extremely creepy.
Resub Y2.
So the story goes that two guys are visiting a Japanese shrine in a neighboring town. And then, this happens.
そろそろかさあの辺だと思った。そろそろ
There's the Prime Bagel and the Resub Thrash.
あそこだ。あそこか。え
Oh.
来ているよ。入ってくじゃん。
Bye bye.
入ってくやん、中に。そこの人？どういうこと？ここの人なんていいの？すごい多かったね。なんだよ。暗っ。
I just watched a lady go home. Nice.
怖い。
Mama said don't watch that, but I did.
ね。
A haunted lady in a scary house.
すげえ。試しに入ってる。神崎どうしたの？
Uh-oh.
大丈夫？
He got infected with the scarlet rot. Too close. God damn. This is getting intense. That wasn't his friend coughing. That sounded feminine. Uh-oh. It's clearly coming from behind you. Just look behind you. Stop stalling. I want to see it. I want to say hi to her.
神崎さんさっきここずっといた？ここに。
Oh god. Oh no! Oh, nothing. Hey, this is a fun adventure, huh?
うん、ちょっとパラついてきた。
How long does it take to tie your fucking shoes? Good lord.
神崎？
Oh, they came untied. You clumsy asshole. They came untied again.
大丈夫か？
It's a ghost prankster untying his shoes. That's the worst kind.
オッケー。なんでそんな薬もどけんだろうね。
Whoa! It's the shoe ghost.
え？
Fuck.
え？ 神崎？
No, he's fine. His shoes just came untied
Thanks
and he
so
tripped.
much for watching. Now, my posting schedule has been a bit weird lately, so please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a post.
Damn.
My Instagram is there.
That was a scary one. I could see why Mom said not to watch those. That shit was terrifying. Watch something spooky? Like what? Like some Mr. Nightmare? Has he posted anything new recently? Oh, he just did. Mr. Nightmare is like actually slapped. I expected it to be more like Nuke's top 5s, but it was real shit. Which was interesting. Don't really see a lot of that there. Nuke's is much goofier though, which is fun. Yeah, let's see the newest one. Is this just gonna be like reading Reddit posts though, or is this gonna be like actual footage stuff? These are story only? Oh, okay, that's not for me then. I don't really like those. How about the disturbing backstories?
This was the recounted story of a Reddit user with the username bingbong1234. But for the purpose of this video, I'll just refer to him as Tom. It started when Tom was 8 years old, taking his dog for a walk through the neighborhood with his mom. It was a little later in the night, between 10
well, this
and
sounds
11
fake,
p.m.
if it's from
He
Reddit.
lived next to a swampy, woodsy area on the edge of the neighborhood, which was in Lansing, Michigan.
I thought this
Sarah,
said
we moved to
videos
South
with
Dakota
creepy
with.
backstories. Where's the
For
video?
Independence, Tom and
This
his
story's
girlfriend
fake, but
were
the
near
other two are
very end of
good.
the campground,
Yeah.
and there were very few, if any, people around them.
Alright. There wasn't really a video there.
Emma Filipoff was 26 years old when she disappeared almost 10 years ago, on November 28, 2012. She was described by friends and family as a beautiful, creative, and private girl. There's been an extensive investigation into Emma's disappearance ever since, but so far investigators have been unsuccessful in determining what happened to her. A surveillance video from the day Emma disappeared shows her in a 7-Eleven pacing around and cupping her hands around the glass door as she looked outside, as though she was being followed. She purchased a prepaid cell phone at the 7-Eleven despite never owning one before. Then she hesitated before leaving.
There's the prime coyote. I imagine this kind of thing happens a
The cell phone
lot.
she purchased was never activated. A little later, Emma got into
Security
a taxi,
cameras probably
instructing the
capture a
driver
lot
to
of
go to the
missing
airport.
persons.
She then got out of the taxi due to insufficient
But just
funds
no one
for
ever
the fare.
checks.
She was last seen between the times of 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., acting strangely in front of the Empress Hotel. According to a witness, Emma seemed confused. He saw her at a crosswalk, refusing to cross the street. He asked her if she was feeling okay, and asked her if she was being followed due to her paranoid mannerisms. Emma said she was okay. So, not knowing what to do, he made a phone call to the police. Police showed up and found her shoeless, and they questioned her for a total of 45 minutes and then left. Investigators later
What's
found
the
her
shoeless
vehicle
part have
following
to do with
morning,
anything?
parked at the Chateau Victoria parking lot, containing all of her belongings, including her laptop, books, her
Makes you say
passport,
cherry.
and library card. Investigators found a CCTV footage clip from a local YMCA 5 days before Emma went missing. In the clip, she walked in and out through the door 6 times, peering out through the glass.
Like psychosis or something, maybe? I don't know. This is okay. This is confusing. I thought it was just like a kidnapping.
One possible person of interest is in CCTV footage from a Vancouver store. The 2014 surveillance video shows a man in a Gastown clothing store holding a purple poster in his right hand. The store owner reported that the man was irritated and claiming Emma was his girlfriend and that she wanted to be left alone. Police have not yet been able to identify him.
How? That's always the thing that surprises me. On Reddit, there'll often be these videos that come up of like random assaults and shit, and the person's just like fully in view of the camera. My immediate thought is, this guy's fucked. His whole life is over. They've got him now. Because you can see everything about the person, and I just have so much faith in like the process that you can always identify someone if you can see them fully. But I guess not. More often I realize that it doesn't matter. They can't just identify someone just because they can see everything about them. There's some Geo and Luke. Plus I guess a lot of those big case breaks come from anonymous tips, like people actually just leaving tips and telling the police who the person was that they were asking about.
What we're about to watch was of an episode of the old game show The Dating Game, and on the surface it seems completely normal, and all the contestants seem to be regular people you'd expect to see in a typical cheesy 1970s dating show. However, one person...
That's another good point. A lot of people think your DNA also just gives your name and address to the cops. Yeah, it's me. That's my immediate thought too. Like whenever I read about a crime or something, I'm like, well, he may have left DNA at the scene, so they'll get him pretty soon. Like a fucking child. As if DNA is like geocoded or something, where if you find like a single hair, you can trace it all the way back to the person and find them at like a dilapidated Denny's across the globe. That is absolutely how I think about shit too. It's like DNA is a perpetual GPS.
On the stage was not who he seemed.
Thanks to the Prime, Petty.
Later found out this episode was filmed amid a gruesome killing spree. He was the winner of the episode, and his name was Rodney Alcala, a serial killer who victimized up to 130 women. This was part of the episode.
130? What the fuck?
Photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome.
He was introduced as Bachelor Number 1, a successful photographer who enjoyed skydiving and motorcycling in his spare time.
Prime Flipper.
A Bachelor Number 1. I am serving you for dinner.
Oh.
What are you called, and what do you look like?
I'm called the Banana, and I look really good.
What?
Can you be a little more descriptive?
Peel me.
What a weird fucking show.
With his suggestive quips and impressions, he won the contest, scoring a date with the Bachelorette,
Shit seems
Cheryl
haunted.
Bradshaw. But in the years that followed his appearance on the show, Alcala would come to be known as the dating game killer.
Will that date be Bachelor Number 1, Bachelor Number 2, or Bachelor Number 3? Who gets the date?
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take one.
Number 1, Bachelor Number 1, all right.
What a weird fucking show.
He's a skydiver, so he's got a lot of nerve. He's into motorcycling. He's also a fine photographer. Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello.
You just kiss her on the
Convicted
mouth?
of the murders of 6 women and a 12-year-old girl, with some of the crimes being committed before his TV appearance. Investigators estimated his victims could be as many as 130. Alcala died at age 77 while on death row. He committed his first known crime on September 25, 1968, when an eyewitness in Los Angeles called police after watching him lure an 8-year-old girl named Tali Shapiro into his apartment. Tali was walking to school when Alcala offered her a ride, but he took her to his apartment instead. When the police arrived, the girl was found alive, but Alcala had fled. To evade the resulting arrest warrant, he left the state and enrolled in the NYU Film School, using the name John Berger. With his good looks and charm, he persuaded many young women to pose in photographs for him, most of whom are presumed to have been victims of his, and apparently a lot of them remain unidentified. In fact, you can easily find these pictures online. In 1971, he obtained a counseling job at a New Hampshire arts camp for children. The FBI added Alcala to its list of 10 most wanted fugitives, and a few months later, 2 children attending the arts camp noticed his photo on an FBI poster at the post office. Alcala was arrested and extradited to California. He only served 3 years in prison for this crime, because Shapiro's family had relocated to Mexico, and her parents refused to have her testify at the trial. The years following, he would be in and out of jail, and the list of his victims would grow longer and longer. Somehow, Alcala was able to make it on the dating show despite his criminal history, and of course his record went unmentioned during his appearance. After Cheryl Bradshaw chose Rodney Alcala, the two were awarded tennis lessons, complete with outfits, and a trip to Magic Mountain theme park.
First, you'll receive tennis lessons from expert Naomi Besa of the...
How in the fuck?
The two were then escorted to a place where the show would allow the match to talk and get to know each other. And it was during this time that Cheryl Bradshaw started to get a bad feeling about Rodney overall, describing him as creepy and weird. The arranged date after the show never happened.
Oh, nice.
Bradshaw called the show's office after filming and told the contestant coordinator that she didn't want to go because of the weird vibes that came off of him.
She said, Ellen, I can't go out with this guy. There's weird vibes that are coming off of him. He's very strange. I'm not comfortable. Is that going to be a problem?
Good sense.
Of course I said no.
The next year,
that's some good intuition.
1979, 12-year-old Robin Samso of Huntington Beach vanished while riding a bike to a ballet lesson. A Forest Service employee later found her remains, scattered across a remote ravine in Los Angeles. Robin's friends told police that a stranger had photographed them on the beach the day she disappeared. Authorities obtained a warrant to arrest Alcala based on his record, his known habit of photographing children, and indications that he frequented the area that the girl's body was found. Rodney Alcala's DNA would later link him to the deaths of multiple other women. In 2010, he was convicted of 5 counts of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to death, but after New York City investigators began probing his potential ties to unsolved killings in the city in the 1970s, he was also charged for the murders of 2 more women, which he pleaded guilty to.
In early.
The actual amount of disappearances and murders that Rodney is responsible for remain unknown. It's crazy to think how Cheryl Bradshaw's gut instincts that something was off about Rodney and her refusal to go through with her date probably saved her life.
Well, not probably. It absolutely saved her life. You can say with a high level of confidence that had she gone on that date, she would have been another victim of the guy. So good for Carol. She was able to sniff that shit out. Well, that last one was definitely a fucking wild one. Old dating shows were so... Well, I guess just old shows in general. You guys remember that? I think it was a Canadian show. There was like a Canadian kids show where the host just kept making out with the children on the show and people would just clap for it. It's a video that pops up on Reddit all the time about like TV was really fucking weird back in the day. Like all those old shows were just kind of fucking creepy, full of weirdos. Seems like chat's split half and half. It wasn't Family Feud. It was a Canadian show. They had like child contestants and I think they were doing like trivia or something. It's been a long time. But basically the host, every time a kid would answer a question, he just kissed them on the lips. Like just constantly kissing the kids on the lips. It wasn't French, it was, I'm pretty sure it was Canada. It's been a long time since I saw that pop back up on Reddit, but yeah. Shit was fucking gross. And the dude, as far as I remember, the dude never faced any repercussions. Like he was a host for his entire career. I don't think like he ever lost his position. What happened with Shane Dawson? Didn't he make a comeback? I don't know, man. Let's see.
Did he?
8 days ago. Looks like he's doing just fine. 3 million views.
Is this the first thing that he's posted? And
I don't know. I'm about to find out. Nope.
Go to videos.
Well, no, these are all them. This is everything. I don't know. I don't even remember what happened. He just had a lot of fucked up shit come out about him all at once. I remember the whole thing with the ejaculating on a cat, and like jerking off to Will Smith's daughter when she was like 13 or whatever. It's a weirdo. He had a lot of controversy.
5 months.
Yeah. So it looks like he took like a year-long vacation, but
I mean,
he's doing just fine. How did chat not know? That is kind of surprising. The Shane Dawson stuff was huge when it happened. What? No.
No?
No, I didn't.
No. Well, they can't see.
Just be careful.
Literally the back of my phone there.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. Thanks for resub Disraeli Tiger.
Did you know about this? I didn't even say anything specifics. Good.
Yep, Shane Dawson's back. Oh man. Wait, when did that get posted, Kilu? Because I was actually reading about her today. There's nothing entertaining about this story. This is just a really, really sad thing. I thought this was like just posted because she made a Twitter post, I think today or yesterday, where she said that, I'm not even gonna paraphrase, it was very bad. It was very scary. It's just a genuinely awful story. Smash Mouth's new lead is Zach Good. I'm shocked you didn't know that. Oh wow, wait. They actually did do a cover of Never Gonna Give You Up. That's kind of fucking crazy. Alright. I guess that guy wasn't lying. That's true. It could be an elaborate rickroll. When was the last time you checked IGN for a game review? Like, for actual opinion on it? Because I've definitely glanced at some of their reviews just to see what they're saying, but never like for a real opinion.